Hello students, let us continue chapter 3 in science, atoms and molecules. In last video, we have discussed about molecules of compounds and some ionic compounds. Today we are going to discuss writing chemical formula, how to write the chemical formula and what is valency for some compounds. So let us start this. The chemical formula of a compound is a symbolic representation of its composition. The chemical formulae of different compounds can be written easily. For these exercise, we need to learn the symbols and combining capacity of the elements. The combining power or capacity of an element is known as its valency. Here, valency can be used to find out how the atoms of an element will combine with the atom or atoms of another element to form a chemical compound. The combination method depends on the valency factor. And we know that what is valency we have discussed in previous chapters. The electronic configuration of any atom of an element, or we can say the octet, the way of representation of atomic number is also known as the electronic configuration. Therefore, the number of electrons present in the outermost orbit of the atomic shell will decide its valency, and hence on the basis of valency we can combine the elements and to make them in a compound state. So valency is very important. We can say the valency of the atom of an element can be thought as hands or arms of that particular atom. So there are some valencies of common ions. For example, sodium will have Na plus 1 valency. That's why it has 1 positive charge on its head. Potassium, all the metals will have positive charge on their head, while all the non-metals will have negative charge on their head. These topics we have discussed in small classes. Like let us discuss some polyatomic ions like ammonium hydroxide. It will have NH4 plus and H4 plus. The H will have 4 valencies. Simply ammonium, only hydroxide, it will have OH minus. Hydroxide will have negative charge, while hydrogen only will have positive charge. Nitrate, any nitrate is NO3 minus. Hydrogen carbonate will have HCO3 minus. Simply carbonate will have CO3 2 minus. It will have 2 negative charges on its head. Sulfite will have SO3 2 minus, or sulfate will have SO4 2 minus. These are some important compounds, including that phosphorus will have PO4 3 minus. The 3 valency according to the combination of phosphorus and oxygen atoms. Phosphorus will have tetra structure. That's why 4 oxygen atom will combine with phosphorus, and it will have 3 minus charges on its head. Then the next one, the rules that will follow for while writing the chemical formula. Let us discuss. The valencies or charges on the ion must be balanced. Definitely it should be balanced, otherwise we cannot make the complete compound. Compound should be fully bonded, fully octet should be complete. When a compound consists of a metal and a non-metal, the name or symbol of the metal is written first. For example, calcium oxide. Hence, calcium is positive charge metal, then it will write first and then oxide, CaO. Similarly with sodium chloride, sodium will write down first. Sodium is metal, positive charge, while chloride is negative, NaCl. Then iron sulfide, FeS, copper oxide, CO, or in all these example, metals are to be write down first and then the non-metals, where oxygen, chlorine, sulfur these are non-metals. So they will has to be right next. in the right side, whereas calcium, sodium, iron, copper, all these are metals, are to be right first on the left side. In compounds formed with polyatomic ions, the ion is enclosed in a bracket before writing the number to indicate the ratio. In the case of number of polyatomic ion is 1, the bracket is not required. For example, NaOH, we do not need any kind of bracket representation. Now writing some formula of simple compounds. The simplest compounds which are made of two different elements are known as binary compounds. And we can use the valencies of some special ions for writing this. Just we have discussed these valencies above, and we can use them while writing the chemical formulae for compounds. We write the constituent elements first and their valencies as shown in this diagram. Then we must cross over the valencies of the combining atom. So let us start. For example, sodium chloride. Here Na and Cl, both we have writing the symbols on upper head. Na has +1 charge while chlorine has -1 charge. Both will cross out, and hence both the 1 valencies will combine to each other and make them a strong complete bond, and hence we can write NaCl. This is the simple compound. The second one is calcium hydroxide, CaOH. Here calcium has 2 plus valencies. It has 2 electrons in its outermost orbit, and it is a metal, so it will give 2 electrons. That's why it has plus charge, while hydroxide will have 1 minus. And on combining this, we will write CaOH twice, as it has the OH should write 2 times. That's why OH twice in the bracket. And same with the aluminum oxide, Al2O3. Let us discuss some more examples regarding this, like aluminium oxide. Aluminum oxide, here aluminium and oxygen. Aluminium will have 3 plus valency, while oxygen will have 2 minus. And the formula of combination will be Al2O3. Similarly, for calcium oxide, calcium will have 2 plus, while oxygen will have 2 minus. 2 plus and 2 minus will combine with each other and nullify both the things, and the formula will be CaO. And more than that, like sodium nitrate, sodium will have +1, while nitrate NO3 will have -1. And on both +1 and -1 will nullify to each other, and we will have the formula NaNO3 on combination. Similarly, calcium hydroxide will have calcium and hydroxide. Calcium has 2 plus valency, while hydroxide has 1 minus, and the formula will be CaOH twice, that we have discussed just. More than that, sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. Na has +1, while CO3 carbonate have 2 minus. So Na, we need 2 Na to compensate with CO3, and then we will write Na2CO3 as sodium carbonate. So students, I hope you understood the concept of formulation of simple compound, their rules, valencies, and all these things. And we know that the molecular concept and mole concept has deducted from our syllabus. So we have ended this chapter here. I hope you understood all the important concept of this chapter. Thank you for listening this video.